What's up, everybody? It's your boy TGK here on TGK TV. And last night I tweeted out that I wanted to wake up early today and talk about the Mavericks. And here I am. This is what we're doing. It is literally 9:30. I gotta be at work in a couple of minutes. So let's go ahead and let's knock this out real quick. So the reason I wanted to talk about the Mavericks is because of what I think they're on the cusp of. And I think they're on the cusp of doing something really, really great. Ever since they traded for Christian Wood and they traded basically Boban and the number one pick and Brown and Trey Burke and Marquise Chris, it opened up a bunch of roster spots, but you also improved because you were basically trading a lot of players that we weren't necessarily utilizing on our playoff run. So the thing is now, what are we going to do in the draft, right? Well, before the draft starts or before the next season, we need to make sure we keep Jalen Brunson, which it all sounds like that is more than a done deal. And before we even get into the draft and what other potential trades we can make, I want to touch on a few topics and a few things that I've been hearing throughout the Mavs universe. Yesterday, I tuned into 105.3 The Fan, and I just wanted to kind of listen to see what the pulse is on what Shan Sharif and RJ are talking about. And they were talking about, the deal being done for Jalen Brunson. However, it just kind of took a turn for the worse of the cap space and Mark Cuban and why would you pay so much for a player and you're going to be in cap hell, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, I just want to put this out there because I don't want Mavs fans thinking that if we're in the luxury tax, that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing for me. It's not a bad thing for you. It's not a bad thing for those players necessarily. And it's not a bad thing for the NBA. And I don't think it's a bad thing for Mark Cuban. Yes, he's going to end up paying more. But he has so many businesses. He is very smart to be able to move his money in a certain way that I don't think there's that big of an impact. Now, that's what I'm trying to say. I just don't want fans to worry about, we can't sign players because we're in luxury tax hell. We may be. But I look at being in the luxury tax as, okay, that means you got a plethora of good players. And sometimes, and not all the time, but I think in this modern NBA now, the way the salary cap and the hard cap and all that works, sometimes having more cap utilization or the highest cap or say being in a luxury tax is to your benefit sometimes. I mean, look at the Warriors. They have the biggest, the biggest salary or what's the word I'm trying to say? The Warriors, they have the biggest payroll, right? And they won a championship. They have a plethora of really good players. The thing is, can the Mavericks do that? If you look at the team now, so now after the trade, you got Christian Wood, Luka, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jalen Brunson, Tim Hardaway Jr., Reggie Bullock, Dorian Finney-Smith, Maxi Kleber, Bertans, Josh Green, and I can't remember the rest of the team. So you got 10 players that you've played and utilized throughout the year. We did. The player that we probably play the least is Josh Green. And with the addition of Christian Wood, he's obviously straight up going to be a starter. The thing is, I don't know if I said Powell. I hope I did say Powell. The thing is, I think the Mavs would like to be like 10 players deep as far as going into the season. All right, all these 10 players right here could play at any time, in any moment in the game. And I don't think Josh Green is going to be that option for us, especially if we're trying to go win a championship. And I don't think Dwight Powell is that guy either for us moving forward. Now, we probably end up having to stick with him. But the thing is, if you could get a team to where it's a solid 10 players with a veteran contract we could give out, the mid-level exceptions we could do. I still believe we have a trade exception. I know there's so many ways that we could go about this offseason. I'm just wanting to come out here and say, look, this is probably the most talked about Mavs offseason. Jalen Brunson should be coming back. Whatever moves you do now, say you move Josh Green and Powell for a solid 3-and-D guy. Say you move the same two players for a solid backup center. Regardless of what you do, You have the potential or the possibilities of going to get Goran Dragic. You go get a player like Gary Harris with the mid-level exception. You could do so many things. You can add to this roster easily just by these little loopholes in the NBA financing department, right? The way you be able to add players through certain ways. So don't worry about being in luxury tax hell. That's fine. Don't worry about how much we pay Jalen Brunson. You got to keep him. You're better being in luxury tax hell with a potentially overpaid Jalen Brunson versus being in luxury tax hell without a Jalen Brunson. Got to make sure you sign him. And if you could make a deal for Josh Green and Powell together, ship them out for somebody in return, the Mavs are on the cusp. They're right there, man. They're right there on doing something big time next year. And if they could do that, God, that's going to be crazy. So I just wanted to come on here and just kind of just bring some ease on the whole luxury tax situation. Like, don't worry about that shit. It is not of our concern. It's not of our control. Again, I'd rather be in luxury tax hell with the amount of players we got. All right, let me go over. Let me go over the amount of players we got that are good players. Christian Wood, Luka, Tim Hardaway Jr., Dorian Finney-Smith, Reggie Bullock, Jalen Brunson, Spencer Dinwiddie, Maxi Kleber. That's 8. To me, those are your 8 good players. 8. Powell is okay. Josh Green, I've been holding on to like him having potential, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And Bertans, he's a shooter, but I'm not gonna put him in our top 8. You could add Goran Dragic, boom, you got 9 players. And say you can add the mid-level exception guy, boom, you got 10 players. And to save, you can move Bertans, Powell, and Green and get back a serviceable backup center. Come on, man. Come on. Where's the hype? Where's the hype out here? Be hype, bro. Regardless of what we do in the draft, there's going to be a lot of movement. Who knows what the hell happens? The Mavs right now have a good 8-player core. And if they could find a way to add like veteran pieces here and there through, the exceptions that are out there or the trade exceptions or whatever the hell. And Nico, we trust. Like we talk Mavs, how they always say, and Nico, we trust. Shout out to the We Talk Mavs guys, Rail and King out there, King Stradamus. You have to have faith in this front office and the way they have been moving ever since we have acquired Jason Kidd and Nico. Relax, guys. Relax. It's going to be good. We're on the way. Anyway, guys, been your boy TGK here early in the goddamn morning. I just really wanted to talk to Mavs, man. It's been a while. I haven't posted anything since we lost to the Warriors. And, we were all happy that we got that far. But now that we got a taste of it, it's up from here. Got 8 solid players. If you could get it to 10 to 11, you're looking like the Warriors. Strength in numbers type shit right there. Anyway, guys, been your boy TGK. I'll catch you on the next one.